In 2021, players demand action, adventure, and thrill in their gameplay, which of course you can only experience in open-world games. Developers are not only coming up with great plots, but also spending huge amounts of time and money to create accurate depictions of real-life cities, countries, and implementing features that cause massive destruction to enemies and their surrounding environment. This is GameLux, and in this video, we'll be presenting you with the top 10 open-world games for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation for 2021-2022. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn notifications on for more videos like this one. Now, without further ado, let's begin. 10. Dying Light 2: Stay Human. Dying Light 2: Stay Human is scheduled to release on Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch on February 4th, 2022. Dying Light 2: Stay Human is an open-world environment that is set in a post-zombie apocalyptic world. The virus is spread and is falling back to the dark ages of the city where the last human settlements are on the brink of collapse. Players can perform actions such as climbing ledges, sliding, leaping off from ledges, and wall running to quickly navigate the city. The day and night cycle has been introduced where you'll find various tools such as a grappling hook and a paraglider. The game contains several weapons of combat, but after using them in fights, the weapons will gradually degrade. Weapons like crossbows, shotguns, and spears can be upgraded with different blueprints and components. The vast map divides into 7 different regions. Each has their own landmarks and locations which players will eventually be able to explore at their own free will. Number 9. Ratchet & Clank Rifts Apart. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is a third-person shooter game for PlayStation 5. It is the 16th installment in the Ratchet & Clank series, which was released back on June 11th of 2021. The game's arsenal features new weapons from prior installments. The game shares several features with other games in the series, such as strafing, gunplay, collection of bolts, automatic weapon, health upgrades, manual raritanium weapon upgrading, and gadgets. The main galactic hero character of the game, Ratchet, is accompanied by his robotic friend Clank. The player navigates Ratchet and Rivet in diverse environments across different levels where they together defeat enemies and get their hands on different weapons and gadgets and go through enormous obstacles to complete key missions. The player travels between different worlds, areas, and planets via a system of interdimensional portals. Number 8. Lost Judgment. Lost Judgment was released globally on September 24th, 2021. The game was developed for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XS. In Lost Judgment, the player plays the role of Detective Takayumi Yagami, who explores the Japanese cities of Kamurocho and Izazaki in Jincho. The player can select between 3 battling styles, which are the crowd control crane style, tiger style, and the snake style for attacking and disarming enemies. The player completes missions where he chases suspects around the city. The players get help from a detective dog, Shiba Inu, on different missions to find certain items. The player has access to emulations of classic Sega games and can play Alex Kidd in Miracle World, Fantasy Zone Penguin Island, Quartet, Enduro Racer, Woody Pop, Maze Hunter 3D, and Secret Command. Number 7. Hazel Sky. Hazel Sky is a single-player game releasing in 2021. The game has been developed for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows. The game focuses on the role-playing story of an engineer named Shane from the flying city of Gideon. The player visits an island where he meets a girl named Erin. The game has spectacular 3D visuals and a beautiful landscape where Shane is specializing in constructing and overhauling flying machines. The player must explore the island where he can run, jump, climb, and also discover several items including manufacturing tools for an aircraft or a flying machine. The player will explore and find hidden truths about engineers who came before him and also learn about the people of Gideon. Number 6. Subnautica Below Zero. Subnautica Below Zero was released on May 14, 2021 for Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Nintendo Switch. In the game, the player controls a scientist who arrives on planet 4546b in search of a research team who went missing. The game takes place underwater, where the player must explore the environment that is invaded by alien life and collect resources, tools, build bases, and submersibles. The player can also communicate with the planet's wildlife. There are several land-based areas where the player can explore above and underwater to find crafting. The game consists of dynamic weather, which amazingly affects visibility, such as wind, snow, fog, and hail, and also gets hands-on new gadgets like the flashlight helmet, the mineral detector, and the booster tank. Different health levels are also introduced, like if the player is hungry and thirsty, the temperature gauge will activate. By developing crafting survival gear and finding a shelter, the player can easily save himself from harsh weather and also improve the health scale. Number 5. Atomic Heart. Atomic Heart is an upcoming action role-playing FPS video game planned to release for Microsoft Windows, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. The game is set to be released by the end of 2021. Atomic Heart unfolds the events of 1955 in the Soviet Union. Special KGB agent P3 is sent by the government to investigate a manufacturing facility that has gone silent. The plot shows a world where technology, like the internet, holograms, and robots have already been invented. The battle contains shooting, weapons, and melee swinging. The player gets to craft his weapon through a crafting system that allows him to invent a weapon by detaching metal parts from robots or household appliances. Some features have been added, such as the implementation of a sneaking system and QuickTime events. Number 4. New World. New World is a multiplayer online role-playing game developed by Amazon Games Orange Country and published by Amazon Games, released on September 28, 2021. The game offers microtransactions in the form of skins. The game has been developed only for PC users. The player explores a world filled with danger and opportunity where he will forge into a new destiny. For thousands of years, the island has been a source of legends which is now found shipwrecked. The player must make his way into the world that's controlled by supernatural powers, and without allies and supplies, the player must make strategic plans to keep moving. In each level, the antagonists are programmed with increasingly complex and strong sequences of attacking behavior skill sets. The weapon skill tree choices are currently for bow, hammer, hatchet, fire staff, life staff, musket, spear, sword, shield, and ice gauntlet. With every level up, the player's character will become stronger, including his weapons and trade skills. The trade skills are divided into 3 categories, such as crafting, which includes weaponsmithing, armoring, engineering, jewel crafting, arcana, cooking, and furnishing. Refining includes smelting, woodworking, leatherworking, weaving, and stone cutting. And gathering includes logging, mining, harvesting, and tracking and skinning. 3. Grand Theft Auto 5, Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 Remastered. Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting a remaster for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, played from either a third-person or first-person perspective. Players roam freely in the open world where they can carry out various heists, steal cars, kill civilians, and pretty much anything else that comes into the player's mind. They can run, jump, swim, and use vehicles and maps to navigate the world. Grand Theft Auto V Remastered is essentially the game we know and love, but with enhanced visuals to keep up to date with the current gen platforms. 2. Forza Horizon 5. Forza Horizon 5 will be the 5th Forza Horizon title and 12th main installment in the Forza series. It is set to be released on 9 November 2021 for Microsoft Windows, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. Forza Horizon is a racing video game set in an open-world game based in Mexico. The 5th series has introduced a 50% larger map than the previous games. The map contains an active caldera volcano, jungles, beaches, ancient Mayan temples, and cities such as Guanajuato. The multiplayer game can be extensively customized. The player will experience a new weather system, elevations, and multiple climates. The game introduces a brand new Horizon Arcade where multiplayer mini-games can be played, such as Piñata Pop, where you must pop as many piñatas to level up and customize the game through a toolset known as Event Lab. Forza Link will help the player track the current statuses of players and link with other players online to play together. Number 1. Far Cry 6, October 7, 2021. Last in line, we have Far Cry 6, which is a 2020 action-adventure first-person shooter game. The game was released on October 7, 2021 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Stadia, and Amazon Luna. The gameplay is set in a fictional Caribbean island, Yara, which is ruled by El Presidente Anton Castillo, who is raising his son Diego to follow his rule. The player takes the role of guerrilla fighter Danny Rojas, attempting to topple Castillo and his regime. Far Cry 6 has dynamic gameplay, including its weather system that feels extremely tropical. There is an urban environment to explore where the ranking system reminds the player to be prepared to fight against the most vicious and cruel enemies of a certain level. Ranking up allows getting new gear and weapons from the store, and the player is also allowed to loot the weapons and gears in the open world. The game introduces incredible items that can help in mitigating damage from the flamethrower and prevent the player from falling back if he catches fire. Numerous weapons are available, like incendiary rounds, explosive bullets, machine guns, and poison ammo. Each weapon has a different ammo that allows conquering a variety of enemies during the battle. Once the story ends, you'll see weekly insurgencies, new gear, and there's also a shop that will offer you unique weapons and gear which can be purchased with in-game currency. So, what are your thoughts on all these games? Let us know in the comments section below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more gaming related stuff.